Hey guys, so Chevelle recently released a new album, and I love Chevelle, so I had to check it out. And this is one of my favorite tracks on the record. It's a great way to start the album. It's a really banging track. I learned how to play it. It's a lot of fun, and I thought if any of you wanted to learn how to play it, I'd share it with you. So yeah, let's hop right into it. First off, I know Chevelle to play in drop B, but I think this song is in drop C tuning. And as of this recording, there's no live footage of them playing the song, so it's not like I can look something up and see his hands. I'm pretty sure this is close. It sounds right, it feels right, but again, if they ever put out some live footage, you might have to take this with a grain of salt and make the adjustments wherever necessary. But let's hop into it. This song also has some really weird timing, so it's one of those things that I can't really tell you the timing, but you know, when you're playing it, you can feel it. So I'm just going to show you the different groupings of notes. So this first section here, we're going to start with a palm mute on the low string, and then we're going to pull off on the next string from the 7 to the 3, and then we're going to palm mute the low string again. So like this. And then we're going to be playing octaves, and we're going to play different octave patterns. I'll show you the different patterns, but an octave, again, we're just playing the root note here, playing the octave, and muting everything else. Alright, so I'm going to call out the name of the root note. So the first pattern goes like this. So 8 to 7. Second pattern. So 8, 10, 7, 6. Third pattern. Alright, so 8, 7, 6, 3. And then the fourth pattern. So that's 8, 10, 11, 8. So you just play each one and you're just palm muting that low string in between each of them. So if you play along with the track and mess around with it, you'll get the timing, but it goes like this. Okay, the next section, we're going to use some of those same patterns, but instead of octaves, we're going to play power chords. Alright, so for the first one, it's going to start off the same way with that half step down, just like that. The next one is the same as the fourth pattern. Alright, the next one is the same as the third pattern. And then we do the fourth pattern again. Just like that. So that whole section. Alright, and then we have this descent. We're going to go 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 3. Now when we get to this chord here, this third fret, again, I don't know the timing, but what he's doing, he's playing it twice, and then palm muting the low string. And you just repeat that pattern. So you're going to do it 9 times, and on the 9th time, you're going to just hold out that chord. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just like that. So again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, and then it's going to go. So that's the riff to transition. You pull off, palm mute, and you do your half step down. There's a brief pause, and then you just play that open low string. Then we get into the main riff, which goes like this. So it starts with the open low string, and it's coming in early. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. All right. And we're doing 15 and 12, open. We do that again. Then we do 10, 7, open, 12, open. So that's the core of this riff. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So the variations down here, the first one is 03, 05, 0. The next one is the reverse of that, 05, 03, 0. The next one is going up, 03, 5, 6, 0. And then the fourth time, the variation's actually up here. It does the same thing, 15 and 12, but then it's going to go 17 to 12. And then I think he's just picking the open strings on the octave. You know, low string and the third string down. And then it's going to go kind of palm muting that. So 5, 0, 3, 2. You're just palm muting that. So again, that last part. Next riff goes like this. So starting on the second fret, then you palm mute it, and we're going to pull off 3 to 2 on the next string, palm mute the low string, and then we're going to play 4th fret here. You do that again, and we go to the 5th fret, do it again, 4th fret, and then go. So we do that palm mute and the pull off. And then we're going to do the open strings, just those 3 strings, but you palm mute the first 2 strings, play open on the 3rd string, and then come back to that 2nd fret. So again. You just repeat that. To go back into the main riff, it's going to go. So you kind of play that pull off, and you just make some noise, just kind of slide on the guitar, and you're back to the main riff. However, this time, when you do the second one, the going down, you're going to palm mute it. So the rest of it pretty much plays out the same. You come up here. But right there, instead of going to that 2nd fret, you're actually going to go, you're going to go into a power chord. So 05, 03, 03, 2. So this section, we just play power chords. Alright, so that's 3, 2, 0, 2, 5, 3, 0, 3, 3, 3, 3, 0. And you just loop that, and it keeps doing that, and what happens rhythmically is it's going to play that section again and then go back to the main riff, but he does do a guitar solo over top of that. Now I think it's more of an atmospheric solo, so he's using like effects pedals and kind of just messing around. So if you've got those kinds of pedals, then by all means you can change this to fit that. But if you don't have any pedals, this is sort of my interpretation of it. I think he's just playing single notes, and then the pedal is making it an octave. He might be playing octaves. I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and play a metronome just so you kind of get a sense of the timing, and I'll sort of play my interpretation of the solo for you. So hopefully that makes sense. You can kind of listen to it to get a better idea of the timing. But yeah, I'm playing an octave on the 7th fret here. And then I'm going down to the 5th fret, 8th fret, back to 7, back down to that 5th fret, and then kind of just sort of making some noise. And I'm sort of doing a rugga-dugga-dugga-dugga kind of rhythm, you know. And then I come all the way up to the 15 here. And then 14, 12, back to 14. And kind of do like some string bend stuff. And then you kind of walk down. So 12, 10, 8, 7. And then you do kind of another string bend here. And then, again, I think he's got effects, so this is going to sound a little different the way he plays it. Because even that note sounds like an octave when he plays it. And then I think there's no real tempo here, he's just kind of tremolo picking. And just making some noise, you know, pick slides and stuff. All the way back into this riff. You play through that, and then we get to this power chord section that goes like this. Alright, so it's 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 0. That's the first part. Then it's going to be 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 10, 0. And you just repeat that. So after that, they kind of do a variation of it. Now, again, I think he's doing some effect stuff with his guitar, but the bass is playing something like... while he's doing effects. So how you can kind of combine the two, you play power chord on the 2nd fret, and then you can go... So it's power chord on the 2nd fret, and you're playing 0, 2, 0, 2, 3, 0. And then you play 5, 0, 5, 0, 5, 10, 0. So usually I'll do that a couple times. Now what he's actually doing, he's just playing a power chord. And I think that's all he's doing, but he's using some kind of wah effect. Another thing you could do is play power chord, and to kind of mimic what he's doing is just play your harmonics up to the 5th fret. So, you know, kind of like that. And then the song ends on that 2nd fret, that power chord, and you're just going to do... So it's 5 hits, but they gradually get slower. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know. Yeah, that's pretty much how you play it. It's kind of got some weird timing in some sections, but if you listen to the track and just kind of play along with it, you'll get it, and it's a lot of fun to play. So hope that helps you out. Until next time.